talk to a lot of guys in their 30s and 40s who say the same thing. Lifts are still decent, but their back tightens up after sitting, their knees hurt after a simple run, and the idea of sprinting feels risky instead of normal. They haven't gotten out of shape, they've just stopped training like athletes. I'm John Hamilton, I'm a former Green Beret, now strength and conditioning coach, and one thing I have noticed as I've moved into my 30s is I can't train like I did in my early 20s. I can still push hard, but the way I structure training and take care of my body has to be a lot smarter. And what I've learned working with hundreds of men in this age group is that most of them don't actually need more training. They need the right training. Training that keeps them strong, fast, and durable without beating their bodies into the ground. So today I'm gonna walk through how to train like a tactical athlete in your 30s and 40s so you can stay explosive, move well, and actually feel good doing it. Let's start with the first problem. Most men don't sprint anymore. They don't jump, they don't move explosively, or train outside the confines of a barbell or dumbbell. Strength training is great, and I'm never going to tell you not to lift, but when strength becomes the only thing you do, everything else starts to erode. Your sprint speed goes down, your range of motion shortens, your posture suffers, your joints start to ache, and your overall capability drops, even though your bench press still goes up. And this is the pattern I see over and over. Good intentions, solid effort in the gym, but a shrinking toolbox of physical abilities. The guys who stay athletic as they age build their training around a few main movers: mobility, strength through full range of motion, and specific conditioning that keeps their engine sharp. First is mobility. And I don't mean stretching for an hour or forcing yourself into yoga positions that you don't understand. I mean giving your body the range it needs to do basic athletic movements. Hips that can extend, ankles that can flex, shoulders that can reach overhead without pain. If you want to train like a tactical athlete at this age, mobility is not optional. You need it for sprinting, jumping, climbing, lifting, and even rucking. Second is strength. Real strength, but with a more mature perspective. Most men in their 30s and 40s don't need to chase a 1 rep max anymore. That's where ego and injuries start to show up. What you do need is strength through full range of motion. You need movements that feel good, build capability, and carry over into everyday real life. They need to be heavy enough to stimulate the system, controlled enough to protect the joints, and consistent enough to stay durable. Third is specific conditioning, and this is where most men fall off. They might jump on a treadmill and jog for a bit or hit the occasional HIIT workout, but they don't train conditioning in a way that carries over into anything meaningful. Tactical athletes and those that want to be able to protect their family don't just need an engine, they need an engine that holds up under stress. So that means short sprints, carries, intervals, longer aerobic sessions, and GPP work like sled pushes and pulls. These are things that keep you ready for anything, whether that's running, rucking, playing sports with your kid, or just being able to move through life without feeling like everything hurts. So let me show you what this looks like in a weekly layout, because most guys just need a simple structure. Right now, my weekly training schedule looks like this. I train 4 days a week using an upper lower split. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. My sessions start with a ramp warm-up. Ramp stands for raise, activate, mobilize, and potentiate. It's a simple framework that wakes the body up, prepares the joints, and strengthens the supporting muscles, and finishes with something explosive. And the P, or potentiation, is where I get my jumps or short sprints in. A couple of explosive jumps or short 15 to 20 second sprints, just a couple reps, fast, crisp, and clean. This alone will keep most men more athletic than anything else they do. Then I move into my main lifts. I choose movements that match my mobility and feel good on my body. For me, that's things like Zercher squats or a front-loaded pattern, a horizontal press variation, vertical pulls, or some type of hinge. This isn't bodybuilder training. This isn't ego training. This is get strong, stay strong, and feel good doing it training. After the big lift, I add 2 to 3 accessory movements, not a marathon of exercises, and finish with carries, sled work, or something that builds that general physical preparedness. That combination keeps me explosive, strong, and durable without wrecking my joints or pounding me into the ground. Then on Wednesday and Saturday is when I do my longer aerobic sessions. Sometimes that's a run, other times it's as simple as a weighted walk with the dogs. But none of that matters if your nutrition is a mess. Training is what signals the adaptation. Nutrition recovery is what allows it to happen. In your 20s, you could get away with eating whatever was available. In your 30s and 40s, you don't have that luxury. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to fuel for your goals. I definitely get that family, work, and travel can make this tough for guys. So here's something that I like to do to make it easy and stay consistent, and I call them calibration days. A calibration day is a single day where you track everything with precision. Then you simply repeat that same food structure for breakfast, mid-morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, using the exact same foods until you get sick of them. Then dinner can be flexible with the family, just keep it within reason. This gives you consistency, simplicity, and accuracy without requiring to track everything for the rest of your life. And it works really well for busy guys who want results without turning nutrition into a full-time job. If you're serious about training like a tactical athlete, feeling good, and keeping up your performance, it comes down to a few things. Move well, lift well, stay explosive, train your engine, eat like an adult, and be consistent. It's not complicated, but it does require intention. If you want a plan that puts all of this together for you, so training, nutrition, recovery strategies, and takes the guesswork out of the entire process, check the link in the description and see if our program is a good fit for you. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.